guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Marina. Today I'm going to be doing a little recipe video for you guys. I've really been enjoying doing these little like cook with me kind of recipe, bake with me videos. I think I'm going to do like a little, not series, but I think I'm going to keep making these on my channel because I really enjoy it. And it seems like you guys enjoy it too. I like just sharing kind of my favorite recipes and what I'm cooking. So I think I'm going to try and figure out like a name for it, like Meals with Marina or Make It with Marina or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at coming up with these names. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I should call this, let me know in the comments below because I'm not very good at this stuff. But today I'm going to show you how to make this banana bread. Obviously you can see I already dug into it a little bit because it's so good. I could not resist after I cooked it. I already stole like 2 pieces. But this is a super simple recipe. It's not hard at all. I am not a professional chef by any means. I'm not super great at cooking. I am learning right along with you guys. So all the recipes I make are super simple. So this one's really easy, but it is delicious. It is my favorite. I've been making this banana bread recipe for a couple years now, but every now and then I've changed like a few little things, and I feel like at this point I have perfected it. So if you guys are looking for a delicious treat and you want to try making this, then go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so this recipe is not complicated, but you do need quite a bit of things, so I'm going to show you. And just a disclaimer, I am having this recipe, and the reason I am is because I only have 2 bananas and the recipe calls for 4, so I'm having the recipe, so just keep that in mind. So you need bananas. I know these look disgusting, but the browner the better. I mean, you don't want like complete mush, but if they're green at all, they're not going to taste good. If they look like this, they're going to be sweeter, which is what you want. So another tip is if you have bananas that are starting to go bad that you're not going to eat in time, you can freeze them and thaw them later to make banana bread. I personally don't love doing that because I do feel like they kind of come out mushy and watery, and I don't prefer that. So the reason I'm making the banana bread today is because I have these 2 bananas that we haven't eaten and they're getting kind of squishy. So we're gonna use those. Baking powder, baking soda, canola oil. This is organic cane sugar. You don't need the organic kind, but the granulated cane sugar is for the top to make like the crumbly top, which is a must in my opinion. An egg. Like I said, if you're making the normal recipe, you'll need 2 of these. Measuring spoons, cinnamon, vanilla, salt, chocolate chips. These obviously are optional, but I don't think you can ever go wrong with adding chocolate to anything. Some sugar and some flour, and that's it. And then obviously a mixing bowl as well. I'm using my KitchenAid. I have the mini, but you'll need something to mix it up with. Okay, so the very first thing you're going to want to do is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Next, you'll be wanting to mash your banana. I just cut mine up with a fork and then mash it with the fork. There might be another tool or a better way to do this, but I just use a fork. Also, I just wanted to let you know that I will be linking the recipe for this in the description below if you want to check it out. Also keep in mind that I was doing half of the recipe, so the full recipe calls for 4 bananas, but I was doing half of it, so that's why I used 2. Okay, so next up you will want to cream together your eggs and sugar and mix it up really, really well. Like I said, I'm going to be using my KitchenAid. I prefer that. You can also use a hand mixer, or of course you can mix it by hand yourself, but you want to make sure that the eggs and the sugar are creamed together very well. So once your eggs and sugar are creamed together nice and good, you are going to add in your mashed bananas, your canola oil, your cinnamon, and your vanilla. I just eyeball the vanilla and just kind of dump in however much I am feeling that day. I love to go a little bit overboard with the vanilla because I love the vanilla taste, and I just think you can never have enough vanilla. So you're going to mix all of these in and make sure it's blended together well. So the next step is going to be adding all of your dry ingredients. So you're going to be adding your baking powder, your baking soda, your salt, and your flour. If you're doing the full recipe, it's going to call for 2 cups of flour. So I would suggest adding that in slowly. So do, maybe a half a cup, mix it, another half a cup, mix it, another half a cup, mix it. Or you could just do 1 cup first, mix, and then the second cup. But they do suggest that you do it slowly, and I do agree with that. So you want to make sure all of your dry ingredients are mixed together fairly well. And then once everything is combined well, then you can add your chocolate chips at the end. And once you add your chocolate chips, if you are, like I said, those are totally optional. You want to make sure that those are just kind of gently mixed in. You can even do this by hand, just kind of fold them in. You don't want to overmix your batter. Once everything is thoroughly combined and you're ready to go, you're going to want to take the whisk off of your KitchenAid or your hand mixer, whatever, and give it a good lick. I'm totally just kidding, but I always have to lick the spoon anytime I make anything, and this is delicious. So next you're going to want to spray your baking pan, or if you're making muffins or whatever. I've made muffins before with this. I've also made the mini muffins. My kids love those, so you can also do mini muffins, but you want to spray whatever pan you're using with some canola oil spray or some nonstick spray of some sort. And then you're going to want to divide your batter into, all the different cupcake tins, or just put it all into one loaf pan like I am. Like I said, keep in mind I'm making half of the recipe. So you can still make a loaf like this with half the recipe, but it won't rise as high. You can also do just the full recipe, add it into this loaf pan, and it will just rise super, super high. So you can just add it all into one. And then, this is my favorite part, once it's all settled in your pans or in your cupcake liner, you're gonna wanna sprinkle the granulated cane sugar over the top. Do not skimp on this part. You always want to add a little bit more than you think you'll need. This is the part that adds like the sweet, kind of crispy, crumbly top. And it's the best part, in my opinion, of the whole thing. So do not skimp on that. Then you're gonna put your pan into the oven. If you're doing a loaf like mine, I would recommend about an hour. If you're gonna do a half a loaf like I did, I actually checked it after 45 minutes and it was done. So if you're doing half a loaf, check it at 45. If you're doing a full loaf, leave it for an hour. If you're doing mini muffins, I'd say about 9 to 10 minutes at 350 and you'll be good. And here's how it turned out. Notice that little crumbly sugar layer at the top. If you've tried this, let me know what you think in the comments. Everybody in our family loves it. This day I was actually laughing because Emmy loves this banana bread, but she was not having it that day. She did not want me to give her a bite, but I actually transferred it onto a little fork for her. And after I did that, she loved it and was eating it up. Both my kids are obsessed with this banana bread. Like I said, there's been plenty of times where I make these into mini muffins with and without the chocolate chips. And it's a perfect little morning breakfast, grab on the go type of situation, or a snack in the car. Just grab some mini muffins, throw them in a little Ziploc container, and there's a perfect snack. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Again, if you try it, let me know in the comments how you like it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.
Put you back.